just a small thing. This video is going to be a lot less edited and like cut up than my other ones. So if that's not really your style of video, you might want to click off, because yeah, it's a bit longer than my normal ones, and it's not like there's not a lot of cutting between like the boring parts, because it's not really that boring. If that makes any sense. Just enjoy the video. Hello everyone. I bet you did not expect this. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, I played a little bit of this game back in 2022. I loved it, and then completely forgot that I had it in my Steam for about an entire year. And I decided that we're gonna play Ace Attorney because my lawyer has abandoned. I'll try to read them as well, but I won't say gasp. I'm gonna actually like kind of gasp instead of going gasp, gasp. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. You're the one who fucking killed them. You should have been thinking about that before you murdered this fella. Person. Woman. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. This fella may or may not be evil. Boy, am I nervous. I love this music. It's probably really bad, but like... Especially the music that's in the trials. Right! Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad you made it on time. That's not how you say phew, that's woo. I'm glad you made it on time. I'm glad I made it on time. I can't fucking read! Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. I'm pretty sure you're not meant to do that when you're a lawyer, but okay. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? Why'd you look so shocked? Like you look taken aback. You mean you're the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda hope... Oh. How about you read it? You watching this video, please just read it to yourself. I'm not bothered anymore. Maybe I'll try to read it anyway. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die! This guy's the best character. This fella. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Strange man. Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't. Pat! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Yeah, I think he knows that. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a very simple, fairly simple one. Jesus Christ. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. That's an unfortunate name. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Ha ha! First grade potty humor. Shut up. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone. He's a good guy at heart. And I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd. 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Prosecution. This guy is just strange. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. I am recording, hooray. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight failing. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Wait, 1 second. Let me look at the achievements for this game. I'm pretty sure one of them is to say... Let me see. Now, this might end the game, but there's a little... I'm just out of checking the achievements. There's a little achievement. If I say Mia Fey, who's my assistant chief, I get a badge that literally says, turn over your lawyer's badge. I think, wait, let me just check. I can't press buttons correctly. Shift tab. Please turn in your badge. I'm saying it. I'm defending. That's her Mia Fey. Look, I have to leave to go home. I'm expecting a delivery. Where's my achievement? Yeah! I don't know if you can see that. I got the achievement. The defendant is Larry. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll be fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what is the victim's name? Fuck! What is the victim's name? It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know what the Ah! You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Court record. Let me check it off then. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. It's Cindy, I think. I think her name's Cindy. Cindy. I just want to laugh at the fact that one of the options is Cinderblock. Who is out here calling their child fucking Cinderblock? Please. That is just sad. Anyway, it's Cindy Stone. That's the only one with Cindy. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... cause of death, loss of loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Oh, by the way, this is going to be a lot less cut, because this game, I think it's good, but like you need to listen to all the facts and logic to understand what's happening. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Jesus. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? This guy's name is Payne. Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue or thinker. It was found lying on the floor, next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it. The court accepts into evidence. There we go. Right. You should have paid attention to any evidence added during the trial. But evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention, you don't want to miss any information. Okay. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey! Watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet. Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? Yes. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you described there is genuinely what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and she was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it! Lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the... She was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. I think the judge's voice changed an entire, 5 countries. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. Income. It appears that she had several sugar daddy. Oh, I don't know. I'm not finishing that sentence. I'm also not reading that, because it's just the exact same thing. Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you wanted to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions, should I? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. He said oof out loud. Oof! And you... Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to anyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you, or did you not? Heh? Well, maybe I didn't, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer, I guess. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Okay, I should actually play the game. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so I, didn't see her. The reason I think this guy's name is Payne is because when he screams objection, it sounds like he's dying. I'm bro, are you good? Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. These voices have changed multiple times. I'm so sorry. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawich to the stand. That's the most ironic fucking name ever. I think he might be the witness. Mr. Sawich. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry, because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in
found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you with a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones don't function normally. The phone that Mr. Stout used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal? I don't know. Blackout record added to the court record. No, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony and the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. I hear noises in my fucking bedroom. Hello? Is someone breaking into my house? I'll say no. Probably not. Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with a tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Bam, bam. Cross-examination. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. Hold it! Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad, and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Half open, say. Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd, in a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It is the same thing. True words have never been spoken. Anyone will look inside. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? So you looked into the apartment. What happened next? Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving. Dead! Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quilled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't right, but you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried to use that to call, and that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone, and being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Ah, right. What time did you call again? Remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Time of death. The 31st of the 7th. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Objection! I love that. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death was sometime after 4 p.m. There's no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Witness testimony. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of the taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. I already know exactly how this guy's lying. Look at this. Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. Bruh, this guy is the worst liar ever. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right! You know what to do. I've got this one. I do, because I'm not dumb. I might as well just skip through half the dialogue. I know how he's lying. There was a voice saying, coming from the television. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court preferred to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It, must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Witness testimony. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. This is the murder weapon. Right. And bro says the table clock was the murder weapon, so... The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Cross-examination. Oh, I love this version of the cross-examination. I love this. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. Wait, I'll just skip to it. My boy, you are an idiot! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock! Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a data clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yes, I do! Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he couldn't know that weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove it I went in there! I'll do better than that. I'll prove you were the one who killed her! What? Okay. You shook with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sowett, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon just spoke as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never! Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, And he just threw his fucking toupee at me. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her. And he should burn, give him death! I'm trying to do these voices, and they keep changing. They've probably changed about 50 times about now. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Reich, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. Better think carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sowett heard was echoing this clock. Fact is clear if you simply... Let's sound the clock. Now, here in this course. Your Honor, may I have that clock? I ask the court to please listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow, precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sowett heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sowett, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing. Oh no, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. If I'm correct, wait. Ah! The victim apparently arrived home, and if she brought it with her, let's say she brought the clock with her, that means it would run slow. Or it would run fast. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Frank Sowett. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal, You lawyers are all slime. Grr. I almost had it. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sowett. Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes, I can. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that could prove it, Mr. Wright. Fine, and then let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off! Let's see this evidence that proves the clock was running slow. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ugh. He died. He's gone! He disappeared. He's dead. Order! Order, I say. This game is very good. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Hooray! And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Is that really what she looks like? That hair is goofy. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Why, her hair looks a lot normaler there. August 3rd, 2:32. Oh, sorry. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. That was not as long as I was expecting. I forgot how good the music in this game was. Ah! I need to stretch. Sorry. Ugh. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that short. I thought it was going to take a lot longer. Whew, I can't believe we still won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it. I'm seriously going to fucking jump off the bridge. So yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Ah, fuck my finger. I just hit it. I'm sorry. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and possibly subscribing to the channel if you want to see more. That's it for me today. Thank you, and goodbye.